Okay, kiddo, how are you doing? Today is vlog number 20 and it's Thursday, 17th of February 2022. And yeah, last night, unfortunately, I couldn't record. I really wanted to because now every day has so many details and so many tales and so many things I want to share with you. But well, I told you I wasn't feeling well, and now the flu is completely gone. But I told you, right, that when someone is weak, when you're weak, you will experience the pain that you haven't resolved in the past. Like if you had injuries, if you had anything, that kind of pain is always going to come back when you are not at your best. And what I am feeling is I'm having a lot of, after the fall, my spine was completely wrecked, like wrecked, terrible, and a lot of other things, everything inside actually, just pretty much everything. So I'm having a lot of issues now that my spine is getting better, right? A lot of things are like connecting straight to the solar plexus, and I get a lot of like discomfort this side, like just a lot of weird feeling and weird pain. But it doesn't matter. The thing is, just last night was just too much, and I went to rest earlier than usual. But I kept my notes, and I have a lot to say. Like I honestly could make like 5 videos tonight, but of course that's not the best thing to do because I want to keep them fresh, if you will. And so I may leave some stuff out, or I may forget, or some things just like, I don't know, but whatever. Tiny things. The thing is, you are developing into a boy. That's as much as I love seeing you growing, it also pains me to know that, well, there's not a lot of time for you as a baby, for me to enjoy you at this very special time. A time that, of course, will never come back. But hey, you take what you have. And of course, every other stage in your life is going to be beautiful. So I'm grateful for being able to witness so much in so little time with you. You teach me every day. I love it. Yesterday, for example, you came with a shirt. I mean, you have this shirt for a while already, and you've worn it 3-4 times in the past. But only now is that you start realizing that, you know what, it's printed on the different shirts, on things. You're just like waking up to this reality more and more. And you're like, you just wanted to see, and you just keep looking at it, and touching it, and it's obvious that there's a sense of pride in what you're doing. You're happy wearing it. So you just wore it. You normally are all like naked, right, with just a nappy, and because it's so hot here, right? So it's comfortable to have no clothes. But in this case, you wanted this t-shirt that you gave to Daddy, and Daddy put it on you, and you were like, over the moon all day. You kept like look at my shirt, you know, it's so cute. And yeah, then at some point we went, you and I went for a coffee. Well, I drank the coffee, you were with me, and there's something you see always on the street when we're in the car. There's these balloons that they are balloons, but like they have a base, right, like a pole, and then there's a big balloon, right, and it's about fitness, some fitness brand that is advertising, and you always like get so excited, like, oh, you know. And what I love doing, this is not another rule of engagement of your Daddy and I. If you want to touch something and it's within my reach, you know, it's within my capabilities to I don't know what's that. But if it's within my capabilities of getting you to reach and touch whatever it is that you want to touch, I'll do it. Because it's not only that you reach and you touch and you satisfy your curiosity, it's also that I want you to have the sense that you can. There's so much, from now on, life kind of tosses you around, telling you all the things that you can't do. People will, whatever it is what you say, people say, you can't, or not a good idea, or it's difficult, or something, some limiting BS from everything, pretty much everything. So since you were like this size, every time you wanted to touch something, and it was within physical possibilities for me to do, to help you, I did, right? So you have that deep ingrained belief that whatever you want to reach, whatever you want to touch, whatever you want to achieve, you can. Because you're not, when you were super tiny, you didn't know it was not you touching the thing, right? Like you didn't have still the awareness, the knowledge, all these different things to understand that, okay, you're in daddy's hand and then daddy has long arms and then like he's, helping you. You don't think like that. You just think, I want to touch that. I touched it, right? So it may be my imagination, but I don't think so. I really believe that since day one, you're just archiving experiences of all sorts. So if daddy can help to enrich those experiences and to make those experiences as positive as I can possibly help you, then why not? But of course, sometimes when you were a baby, you saw these huge buildings and you wanted to touch. I was like, daddy cannot help you with that. I mean, if I have an helicopter. So I was like, no, that's not that I cannot do. So, but yeah, so I did that, and then we kept going on, and someone put a glove, like inflated a glove, a glove, right, hand glove, like latex glove, and put it on a string and left it hanging, right, from some shop. And you wanted to touch that, so I also got you off your tricycle and okay, touch. So that's the idea behind daddy trying to help you to touch anything and everything, even like here, right? I have some like not only expensive but easy to damage stuff. So I always assisted, but I always let you play with pretty much everything that is not dangerous for you. So you have that sense of, I can do everything. Of course, there are going to be things that in time, right, you will have to learn, and you will have to accept that some things are just too either dangerous, or they are just too fragile, or simply are not yours, right? Which, of course, you don't have the concept yet of property and ownership, but the time will come that I'll explain, right? So anyway, as I said the other day on the video, I have my notes here. You are in your throwing away everything stage. Everything, and you're quite good. I mean, you throw stuff really far. It's really cute to see you. Just like, it seems like you like something so much, and suddenly, and off it goes. Today, you actually, I went to get something from a messenger, and we were walking back to the apartment, and there's a like a small pool for fish, right? And you saw it, and you had a car on your hand, and I walked first, right? I walked first, and suddenly I turned back to you, right? Like I was looking forward, and then I just look at you behind, and I just see you like, and your car just lands on the pond and all the way down. And there's no way I'm putting my hand on that thing, because it's quite like, it's deep and it's super dark because some really big fish live there. So I'm like, no, and I cannot even see it. So it must be quite slammy. So I was like, okay, leave it. And this is the second time or third time that you throw things in places that I cannot reach. So you just let go. Okay, whatever. That's good. We also have here, right, behind the camera, there's a door to the back area of the apartment, and this is not the terrace, it's just a common area of some sort that it's just there. And we have a like balcony right before that, and of course it has some metallic fence or whatever, right, you call. And you always, since you were very young, you bring your cars, you bring your favorite toys and things, and you just push them between the metallic bars, and you just push them, and you love, I don't know what exactly is that you love the sound, or you love that they are far away, or you love to see daddy jumping like from one side to the other, getting your stuff back. I don't know what it is, but you love doing that, and well, daddy just goes and picks it up. Sometimes overnight, I just leave them there because I just can't be bothered. Like sometimes it's dark and I'm like, no, tomorrow. But yeah, you just love throwing things. And the other thing you're doing a lot, besides the throwing, is you with your toys. You, especially now, you're playing a lot with your teddy bears, and you go and you like daddy to hold them, right, for you. So I hold them, either one of them, close to your face, or dancing, right, because you're always dancing and listening to music, and I just get it to be close to you, right. And then you come to the like a dog, for example, and you look at it like you're looking at your girlfriend or something. It's so weird because you change completely the way you look at. You really focus on the face of your toy, and you start like if you're teasing your teddy bear, right? That's weird, right? And then you get closer and closer, and a lot of times you just kiss, right? Kiss on the lips of whatever toy is that you have, a teddy bear, and then you go back, and then you do it again, and you kiss it, and then again, and 3-4 times. Super sweet. And out of the blue, you just take your arm and you just swing it, and you just start like pow, pow, pow. You just like hitting it, but of course there's no malice, there's no anger or violence of any sort. It's just your strange way of loving your toys. But it's just so weird that you go from kissing like a little angel to suddenly just to beat the crap out of the teddy bears until, or just take it and just throw it away and just bring it back. And sometimes you come back again and kiss it, and then the last time you kiss, you actually let yourself go. You let all your weight, go forward. And of course I have my hands, so I can just carry you, but you pretty much are like on this shape, like all the way, like there, all the way pretty much to the floor, that I keep you from falling down. And so yeah, these are all the weird, funny things that you're doing lately, and you're doing it with mommy. That is just so weird, guys. You two are just so incredibly funny together. Now you're teasing her over and over, like. And then you go, and you come and run with me, and over and over and over. I don't know if I said that in the last video, but it's worth saying it again if I did. You just keep teasing her, and when she's like, I don't care, then you're just like closer and closer and closer and closer, and then you go running and towards me and laughing like out loud, like a maniac, and like, how can this kid be such a smart ass, and so, it's so complex, because so many things go on to do this, right? Like the pretending, the deceiving, the rejecting, the laughing, the enjoyment of the whole situation you won. And you're 1 year, 8 months still. I would have expected to witness such a behavior way later, but well, what do I know You're my first kid, so I have no idea. But you're funny, man. You're really funny. Another thing, and this just goes to show how you love the attention to detail that babies have, right? Every Sunday, a masseuse come to massage mommy and many times me as well. And it's a combination of like just massage, a normal massage, if there's such a thing as a normal massage, like more muscle massage, like healing massage, because she does a lot of she has a very good technique to heal the body, not just to like touch you like if you're a bun. And so one way she heals is, and this is a Thai massage technique, she uses the elbow, right? She uses the elbow and allows her body weight to rest on her elbow, so the elbow can go really deep on deep tissue, right? And she does this also in mommy's feet. So the funny thing is that 1 or 2 nights ago, when we were getting ready to sleep, mommy was on the sofa. She had her legs extended, her foot as if it were like in a position that you could say that she could get a massage. And you started doing this with the elbow. And you haven't seen Teo, her name is Teo, the masseuse, in 2 weeks because she wasn't around for a while. I was like, look at that. He is massaging you like Teo massages you. And she was like, of course, no one talked to you, right? No one told you like, oh, you should do this or that. But you just saw it. And then 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, you replicated it. I was like, whoa, that's to me, that's quite impressive. So another tiny thing. Then I told you that that you're connecting the dots massively these days, and this is really incredible. We went into the bathtub, you and I, and you are very aware of genitals, okay, like. That is penis, right? You see, since you were very young, you were always like it's unlike every other part of your body, of my body, obviously. But it's, I don't know. Like mommy was like, how can he know that this is a like different, right? I don't know. But you obviously saw like just, but since you were like baby, like months old. Right, so we were in the bathtub, and you were just like there, right? And babies, when babies want to explore something, when they want to get close to something that they find different or new, or that they feel like, I don't know, like they don't feel confident to go straight at that thing, they use proxies. That's what I've seen on you. And in many babies, actually, if a baby wants to approach something or someone that, again, that doesn't feel confident to go straight on, like head on, just like look at it or touch it or pull it or whatever it is, right? Even in like a shopping center, anywhere, they will use whatever toy they have, and they will start playing and approach that person or that object that they want to explore. So, and it's a way to like kind of break the ice, or make it less intimidating. I don't know. I'm not a baby, but it's quite clear that the intention it's around that one. And so you were using. Oh, I don't have it here, but it's an alligator that opens the mouth like that, and if you push different teeth at some point. One of those teeth will trigger the mouth to close, and it will bite your finger. So you were using that to pour water around my penis. But the amazing thing, it was obvious. So I told you, right? It's like, oh, that is penis. And I told him, and you have one too. So I pointed. And he was like, of course, you've seen it before, right? But you were like, oh, we have the same. I was like, yeah. And then like, you, right? Me. And then immediately, the next thing you're like, mommy. It's like, you immediately, the first question you asked, right? Because you are asking me something, obviously, was why mommy doesn't have a penis. I was like, of course, I mean, I'm not surprised that you noticed that she doesn't have one. But the fact that you were just waiting for me to acknowledge the situation. That's one. That's very interesting for me, because it's obvious that by me talking about it, you wanted me to say something. I can say that. You wanted me to acknowledge that you were acknowledging something, kind of thing. One. What is that sound? It's like an airplane, low altitude. Very unusual. Anyway, so you were waiting for that acknowledgement. I know, because when I did mention it, it's like something that should be talked about, but no one is talking about, and so suddenly someone talks about it. It's like, okay, like the tension is gone. But the next thing is like, okay, you have something there. Oh, me too. Mommy doesn't. I'm like, and mommy wasn't there. That's the other thing. It was not like, I mean, you see how many dots you are putting together? I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, no, mommy doesn't have one. Just you and I have one. Mommy doesn't have one. And he was like, whoa. And that's it. That's it. And that's not the only story that I have about penis. The other one was really cute. It's so cute, my God. And I was giving you food, your meat, right? And you were naked. But you were like a year 3, a year 4 months around. And the tiniest pieces of meat, but I'm talking about like, it could have been a pepper, a tiny dot, a speckle of pepper fell from your, I don't remember, your finger or your lip straight into your penis, on your penis, right? And you just take your tiny little finger, take the tiny piece of meat and just give it to me, because we were always sharing the meat together, and I just eat it. I was like, oh my God, this thing is so cute. So yeah, but that was something that really, honestly, I was like, wow. I mean, I always expect a lot from you, in the sense that I know how intelligent you are. I know babies, toddlers, all kind of children are super smart. I don't belittle them. I don't think less of them than any other person, or adult, or grown up, or whatever. But you truly, truly, truly open my eyes every day more and more. And another thing I saw is we were playing in the nighttime before sleeping in bed, right? Mommy was there. And you were asking me to point out to different places in the bed for you to jump and land on your face. So you want to land your face on whatever spot you or I decide to do so. But the funny thing is that you started doing like, I don't remember exactly, because the details, like, unfortunately I would have to be recording all the time, but at some point, because I kept telling you, one more, right? One more landing somewhere. You come back and you sleep. And you were like, okay. So I just repeat one more. You can go one more time, but then you come back and you sleep. And you were like, but not a sense of here, there, here, but now, then, and after. So for the first time, I saw you understanding the concept of time. If not time as seconds and minutes and all that, as this moment, present, that moment, right, future, and that other moment, like even farther away in time. I was like, oh, wow. Then I decided, we were playing more, right, within the same period of time, and I decided to tell you numbers, right? Like, okay, 1, you go, you come back. Second time, and I gave you instructions. And then third time, and you were like, suddenly, if you didn't understand totally the concept of numbers, you definitely understood something that, when you were looking at your fingers and you were like, so I saw your eyes like, trying to computing this new thing. But it's so marvelous to see you doing that kind of stuff, because I can see that for the first time, you're understanding extremely abstract and complex concepts. Most people may not think much about this, but I have spent a very fair amount of time pondering, thinking about time. It's extremely complex. I mean, most people will reduce it to time, past, present, future. That's it. But the concept of time itself, and more, once you start really thinking about it, you understand that there's no time. There's just an eternity, right? Which is what you lived until right before that moment, a single eternal moment that extends forever, or actually it doesn't extend anywhere. It's just an eternal moment. That's where you were living. That's the divinity in you. That's God unmanifested. That's quantum physics at its best. Eternal time. Or no time, however you want. Eternity or no time. There's not both. But I witnessed you stepping into the realm of humanhood, right straight from the realm of divinity. I witnessed it for the first time in your life. I was flabbergasted, to say the least. And Mommy was like, because she saw it, she saw the whole thing. She was like, he's counting. Yeah. So, what can I tell you, man? It's just ridiculous. And there's another thing. We have a game. I just do it to tease you and to get you to go to get Mommy's breast. You do still breastfeed, because we definitely decided that well, there's nothing less like breastfeeding. And there's no reason, I mean, there's absolutely no reason whatsoever to wind a baby at 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or a year or I mean, not until they don't need it anymore. Simply speaking, for a baby, for a toddler, there's not safer place, not more beautiful place, not more resting place, relaxing place than mommy's breast. So sometimes you don't want to, and mommy call it Cee-Cee. You want Cee-Cee? You want Cee-Cee? You want to have Cee-Cee? Right? But that normally is just her instrument to get you to sleep. Right? That has been the only way, or not the only way. It has been the way, simply because we have that, right? She has that option. Like, you never ever had a milk bottle at the bottles. I have never used a bottle ever. So it was just mommy's breast, right? So it was, you want Cee-Cee? And sometimes, like, as I said, you're in the no period, I said in another video. So sometimes I just play with you, right? Because sometimes in the past, when you were really baby, right, you see nipple and you just immediately want to like get straight into it. So, but you realize very early, like, it was daddy. So you look and you're like, for a second you get confused, and then like, that's not it. But then I'm like, just play with you, right? And I just take my peck and I just squeeze it and I say, hey, you want so-so, my friend? You want so-so? So-so is good for you. Very good quality. Good quality so-so, my friend. And you just laugh and laugh and laugh. So I do that fairly often lately. And you laugh and mommy laughs, and it's just funny. It's just super cute to see your reaction. I definitely have to make a nipples episode, because another really funny thing happens when mom is breastfeeding you and she sneezes. What happens is that the body, everybody, I guess, I don't know, I never noticed on myself, but when she sneezes, one of her bodily reactions to this sneezing is that her nipple get hard. And the little, I don't know how to call the little tiny things around the areola, right? Like, that get hard. And every time that happens, you are drinking milk and you're like, you do like your like nauseous, like you're going to vomit, and you're like, and you just immediately abort the mission, you know? So that's so cute. So okay, those are the nipple stories. There's a lot more, but I'll leave those two only. So yeah, and what else? Was I going somewhere with that point of the, you want to eat so-so? You want so-so, my friend? So-so is good for you. Very good. Good quality, my friend. Come. Anyway, I have a lot of fun having fun with you. Another amazing thing happened, buddy. Amazing. Yesterday, we went to buy naps. So we went to Tesco. Tescolotus. It's a huge supermarket. This one that we go to, it's truly enormous inside. So we passed all the usual thing, all the aisles, and we were all the way in one of the corners, the extreme corner, right, of the supermarket. And we were waiting only for mommy to get some tomatoes for her food or something like that. And suddenly you just look at me like, follow me. And you started running completely opposite way of the usual way, like going out of the supermarket, like to the pavement area. You just started running. is at least 100 meters until the other side of the supermarket. And once you reach the, dead end, right, the wall, you immediately turn to the right and kept running. But there was no like hesitance. There's no like, where am I? Look at, let me, see my, like, get my bearings or something. No, you were just like, psh, and then, psh. And I'm like, I know. I once you turned to the right, I knew where you were going, and you went exactly to where the toys are. I was like, that's another 100 meters at least. I was like, man, this kid is good. I mean, you have a sense of, the location outstanding, because I would understand, I wouldn't have been as surprised if we had taken that route, that path, right? Like minutes before, or that day, right? But no, you just figured out the way yourself on your own. Just like that, because we never go backwards either, because that's not the way. We would get to the entrance instead of the cashier, to the cashier area. So you went there, and then you just want to play with everything. You finally took a truck, and you didn't want to let go. So I said, okay, let's go to look for mommy. And I didn't help you with the truck. I was like, okay, you take it. And you carried it, and it was big, and you didn't care. And you were like, I was like, I didn't ask you to bring that thing, so it's up to you. It's your responsibility. And you took it other 200 meters more to get to mommy, and then to the cashier. And I told you, because honestly, not nice truck. I said, no, sorry, just leave it. And you just left it. But that was pretty impressive for me. And yeah. Then something amazing is happening at night. Truly, to me, it's outstanding that this kind of thing is happening. As I told you before, now we sleep in a different way. We sleep like, the format is like both of us, like mommy and I, on the sides of the bed, and you in the middle, right? Normally, you always want to be close to mommy, obviously, right? Or, yeah, all the time. And especially because every baby wakes up in the middle of the night, like you suddenly like you get some kind of like fearful dream or experience or feeling, and you kind of like sobbing or a bit of crying, and then mommy always does a Cee-Cee thing. You want Cee-Cee? Or just come and get Cee-Cee, and then you fall back to sleep. So it's just, every mother has to develop a way of keeping the baby sleeping throughout the night. And it's not easy, because you guys do this like depending on the age, like all night long, or just 8 times or 6 times or 4 times or 20 times. It just depends, right? The amazing thing, one, is that before, as I've said in different videos, you and mommy slept in one bed and I slept on the other one. They are joined, but there was distance, right? So you were very accustomed to that big bed and mommy. So when I came to sleep with you guys, because you don't move as much and your sleeping is more like, it's deeper, right? You sleep better, you sleep more. You still were always close to mommy. But now that you know, the last maybe 10 days or something, we've been sleeping like this. Many times what you do is you go and you get your Cee-Cee, but at the same time, because you have to be facing mom and I'm on the back, right? You extend backwards your leg until you touch me. You touch any part of my body. So I've been doing that, right? And when you touch me, when you're foot finally makes contact with my leg or my arm or my face, then you fall asleep. 2 nights ago, you actually, and I'll tell you about that last night. That night, 2 nights ago, was crazy. I didn't sleep all night, but not for a bad reason. As I told you before, I've been working really hard on meditation and transcending a lot of stuff, and that night was like a very strange awakening. Imagine that night, I finally found myself. I'm not going to say more in this video other than I found myself. I found my call. I found my passion. It was an explosion of ideas and creativity unlike anything I have ever experienced in my life. Period. If I could have written books, articles, plays, business plans of all sorts, and music, songs, videos, everything. I just had a non-stop 6 hours flashing, auditive, visual, of all kind of sensory output. Just a burst, massive burst. And now I know pretty well what I'm going to be doing with my time. But that is something that I want you to see when it comes to fruition. And not fruition of any other kind, but when I actually start producing what I now is very clear I want to do for my life. Finally, just 50 years to figure it out. But it's never late. Point is that because I was awake, I could see that every time you were extending your leg, you wanted to touch me, right? I was able to hold your foot, right? So you didn't feel like so you felt me, right? But at some point in the nighttime, you didn't want mommy anymore. You every time mommy tried to breastfeed you to get you back to sleep, you cried, and you rolled yourself all the way to me. And you kept rolling, even you were already here, and you were trying to roll over me like a sausage on those like grills that turn like this, right? Just like that, until you were lying. Part of you was lying on top of me, and then you fell asleep. Then you roll back to mommy because, well, you are super, super, super accustomed to be with mommy. But the moment you felt mommy, you remember you didn't want to be with mommy, and you rolled back with me. And you slept. Then half an hour later, 1 hour later, you were not so close to me, but I had to touch your leg, your foot, otherwise you started waking up. Again, mommy came because you heard you were asleep, not waking up, but sobbing or something. And every time, and she came back, she tried to position you in a way that she could ease you into sleeping again, as she has done it for 1 year and 8 months. And you cried again because you didn't want to be held by mommy, and you came to me and you fell asleep. It's the first night that you refused mommy to sleep. And only after just maybe 10 days that we have been sleeping in this new format. So, well, of course, I imagine mommy kind of didn't feel good about it, because as much as she always was complaining that it's hard to, get you back to sleep, and that she has to wake up and she has to be in very awkward positions because breastfeeding you requires that she puts her arms like this, right? So it gives shoulder pain and neck pain, and poor mommy. Well, she must have loved it in a way to have you so close for so long. And of course, I told her, please, Liz, I understand it's tough. I do understand very much, because physical pain has been a friend of mine, or was a very friend of mine for a very long time. But do appreciate it. Treasure what you have, because one day you will never want to be breastfed by you again. And that day, you're going to miss it. And I know she did. I know she's missing it. And I know it kind of probably hurts a little bit, because somehow now you just want to be with daddy. And then I kept thinking during the night, I kept reading you, I kept feeling you, because that's something I've done since before I met you physically. To feel you. There's so much information that is out, it's just around us, but because we don't use other senses other than the 5 usual ones, we are not aware that the information is there. But the information is there, and it's decodable. It's 100% usable if you want to acknowledge it, if you want to recognize it and use the messages. So I use a lot of that, and the idea I got in my mind is like, you're trying to show me that you are a man, that you are a boy, that you're not a baby anymore, that you are daddy's boy. You're not mommy's boy. So that's why even you obviously want to be close to mommy and drink milk from mommy and feel her tenderness and her warmth and her love. You want to show daddy that you're man. So I can't even start explaining how beautiful I feel when you come to me, right? And to feel you close to me, especially at the moment that you're most vulnerable. It's really, really, really beautiful. And then this afternoon I couldn't be here by you for your nap, your midday nap. But mommy sent me a video, and you were there. Obviously, mommy was there, and you both know I'm not there. I'm not there because you can see I'm not there. Yet your little leg was up and trying to touch me, and mommy was like, "Daddy's not here." And she sent the video, and your leg is up and just searching for me, right? Because you're still confused, you're still looking for the daddy, but somehow I'm not there, but somehow you wanted to find me somehow. And mommy kept telling you, but this was like an hour of you like looking for daddy, because now every single time that you go into to sleep, your leg is always looking for me. And mommy was like, no, daddy's not here. And at the end, what you did was you got off the bed, you went out of the room, you took the shirt I wore yesterday, and you took it to the bed and you gave it to mom. And then when you saw that my shirt was there, you fell asleep. Tell me if that is not the most beautiful story. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. On tomorrow, I'm going to try to remember that I want to talk about this new stage in your life. You're really, really, really not rebellious, but really not easy. Not easy. Even with me, you're like, and you cry like crazy. And but again, it's just part of expressing yourself. It's not because you want something. It's not a tantrum. It's not, being like stupid in any way at all. But I want to address this patience thing because I think a lot of people have it wrong, and I would like to set it right so you understand this idea of patience. And if you do, and if you implement it, man, you're going to be ahead of the game. That's it. So today, a lot of things, a lot of happenings, right? A lot of little things that you did or you didn't, or you're changing. You bring me a lot of joy, bro. You're my bro. But you're my bro. You're my baby. I know you're my son, but you're also like my best friend in the universe. When I play with you, and this is part of what happened 2 nights ago that I told you that I finally got the whole thing. It was a divine experience. I can tell you that it was something that I guess many people won't live once in their lifetime. Creativity is scarce. There's not a lot of it. The education system, the understanding of what a baby or a toddler is, a lot of things go against creativity. It's as if we have put upon ourselves the responsibility of killing creativity, ideas, dreams, and those who have them. We live in a world that is very superficial, that is very automated, very mechanic, where technology, where hard sciences have replaced a lot of what define us as human beings. And what people don't realize is that machines and technology and science are limited to the confines of creativity. If creativity isn't there to push the boundaries of what we believe, that is real or is possible, then all the other things I mentioned are just stuck and not advancing or imploding. So creativity and outburst of creativity I had, I owe a big chunk of it to you. Your presence, right, and my attention to your existence have allowed me to tune into the now like never before. It's not that I haven't been in the now before, because I did. I was, because I've been exploring that, and I've been practicing that for many, many, many years, but never in the way that I do today, or I'm experiencing now, in a wholesome, loving manner that I never experienced before. Never. Wholesome. Yeah, it's like entering in the now, into the present, into the moment, full. Not half of it, not restricting something, not trying to deafen something, but just like going through heaven's door fully dressed. Say it like that. And a lot of it, again, has to do with you. When I play, for example, I get lost in the play. I get totally lost in the game. I get totally lost in the experience of being with you. There's nothing in the world other than what I'm doing. And this is the ultimate experience so many people are looking for. That's why people retire. That's why people, retire into like ashrams and they go into meditating, and they go into fasting for days or weeks, and or they go into spiritual pilgrimages or stuff like that. And you, my tiny meatball, have facilitated that for your daddy. But I want to leave that to tomorrow, because it's a long dissertation. Sometimes I don't know anymore what language I'm speaking. But that's all, buddy. This is vlog number 20. I'll be honest with you, I've never done 20 videos of a single topic. Never. I have always found very difficult to keep my attention to something, precisely because I'm very creative, but also because, and now I understand, I was not self-sabotaging myself. No. I was not lazy. No. It was not lack of will. It was just this. And now I have it clear. My soul cannot bear bullshit. This lifetime, I came to be true to myself. This lifetime, I cannot postpone things. This lifetime, I must stay true to my nature. I cannot just sell my attention and my intention for material riches, for fame and fortune, for anything that is not what gives true joy to my existence. And that can only be whatever that aligns 100% with the desire of my soul. And I realize now the desire of my soul has been, and probably many lives, has been having you. It sounds ridiculous, but I had so many people, like fortune tellers, numerologists, all these people telling me, do you have kids? No. It's like, okay, that's weird. What is weird? Like, you have a very strange profile? Like, what do you mean? It's like, you're extremely maternal. Yeah. This kind of profile, or whatever they call, I don't remember, I would find it in a woman. I was like, And to be honest, I knew I wanted you, but I didn't know that I would be like I am, because I don't like kids much. Like I didn't, at least before you. But it's not that I dislike kids, that's for sure. And but I like very cute kids, or very funny kids, or very intelligent kids. It's not a blanket of, oh, I love every single kid. Like my dad. My dad sees a baby and he's just melting like a lollipop in Dubai. So it's like, no, I'm not like that. I am kind of discerning to what kind of kid I like. And those kids that I find to my liking, I like them a lot. But otherwise, no. And I never tried be close around kids or, like nothing special, not at all. So for me, it was very strange that people used to tell me that I was that kind of person. But yeah, and also once I had a regression, life regression, and something similar came. Like seems like what I was told is like, for many lifetimes, I was very, 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 very wealthy, but because of my wealth and the search of more wealth and power or something like that, I denied myself the opportunity of having a kid and the opportunity of having a spiritual awakening. So suddenly it seems like it all made sense. But hey, you're almost 2 years and I didn't have these realizations at all because I was just so busy. And, the first year of the last 12 months, I have been working like crazy in, I told you, like marketing and the crypto stuff and more marketing. And, but even I like marketing. I like marketing a lot because it allows me to be creative to a certain extent. I don't like marketing a lot because seems to be a lot of people think that a bad product with good marketing is enough to fool people for long. And I don't like fooling people. I like creating stories, narratives, finding angles to make things attractive to people. But honestly, I feel deceiving and I feel dishonest when I see the product is a piece of shit. The leader or the owner of a product is an idiot that doesn't know better, and the only thing that he knows is how to bullshit people to get money from them. This is not what I am, right? So even I liked the challenge, I liked it. One thing I did like very much about last year, this last 12 months, is that I never recognized that I was creative. Period. People said something similar about me many times where I was like, no, I'm not a creative person. But last year I realized that people actually were like, fuck, you're creative as fuck. I was like, really? And then I started understanding what they meant by me being creative, and that fostered more creativity. And then I realized that, yes, I have been creative all my life, but because it was one of those things that no one wanted in the 70s and 80s when I was a child. Everyone was in love with people being good at maths and physics and chemistry, right? And I wasn't. I was good at all the other stuff that people always like, oh, it's good, you're good at, but are you good in maths? You're not. Oh, you're a piece of shit. So that's the background, right? So I buried my creativity. I buried all these skills and gifts that I was born with, because it was almost as if something that I had to be ashamed of myself because it didn't make money. Like with artists and creative people, like starve, right? They don't make money. They are just losers. That was my father's message, like blunt, and in those words, those for losers. You want to not have food on your table, go and be a writer, go and be this. Everything I told him, I want to be a musician, like a classical musician. My one of my passions is classical music, and I wanted to be a director of orchestra. And he was like, no, that doesn't make money. Okay. I want to be a writer. Nah, that doesn't make money. I want to be an architect. Nah, that doesn't make money. So having that kind of background, I buried who I was for so long that I forgot who I was. And this last year was the year that suddenly I'm in the middle of meetings with not 2, but 5, 10, 15 top people in the world, like top people in marketing, in crypto and business development, you name it. And suddenly The whole business is hanging on me creating a narrative, because everything sounds okay, everything looks good, technology is okay, the funding is okay, the business development is okay, but you know what? There's no narrative, and suddenly everyone is Chloe, can you come up with a narrative that is all encompassing? That kind of like puts everything together, and like, yeah, just give me 5 days. Right? Or 3 or 4. And I would do nothing. I would really have to go and do nothing for 3 or 4 days, because that's my creative process. I don't know how other people work. For me, it was like, play with you, go out, play with you, play with you, play with you, write something. And suddenly, at some time, any time, the idea comes full. Like, boom. I have the whole idea in my mind, and then it's just a matter of me sitting down, writing for 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. And next time, I would go in front of all these great people in their fields, right? And they would be like, fuck, it's amazing. I was like, whoa, really? that piece of shit? Like, yeah, okay, well, you learn to shut up. And okay, yeah, I think it's good. Of course, for me, it was just a beginning, because narratives need to be developed, right? And I understand that, and I know the business process, and I could foresee the necessity of further developing these things, right? But that's when I started getting disappointed that these supposedly brilliant people didn't understand the basics of like a proper creation of a concept that is truly new. People just want to color within the lines. And for me, it was obvious that the lines were not good enough. They were not encompassing enough, that they needed to grow in certain areas to be truly attractive to the end consumer. No one got it. Very few people got it. Some people got it, but the next day they would come and it's like, oh, we need to focus on, the KPIs and ROIs and all this shit. It's like, all the stuff that is programmed in their minds. So I was extremely disappointed knowing that I was the brightest mind in the room. Because it's like, come on, come on, seriously? And you don't see this, that is just so damn obvious that it hurts. I mean, I told many times people was like, mate, do understand this. If the person that wrote the successful narrative is telling you that this narrative is not enough, you should be listening. Right? Because I, the creator, should be like, no, this is enough. Don't touch it. Leave it like this. It's perfect, right? This should be me, because I'm the dad of the idea, right? Therefore, I'm the one that has the most interest on not changing anything, because otherwise I lose credit. So if that person is telling you this is not enough, this is a good start, right? For a business plan, for business presentation, to get to the first stage in the roadmap, whatever. But then we need to go farther or deeper, right? Or flesh it up more. And it's like, no, this is enough. Like, okay. So I ended up quitting because precisely this, because I was like, you know what? I can't be bothered with people that are just so dumb. Honestly, and again, it's not that I'm smart. It's just that they are machines. They just want to follow steps. Because if they follow steps, no one can tell them that they didn't do their job. They just want to accomplish, like they just want to tick the box, tick, 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 tick. But they don't care to actually create something. You know why? Because they don't have creativity. Because they don't have the power to create. And that's one of the reasons I am guiding you through life the way I am. because I want you to keep that creativity, because now I know that creativity, my buddy, is everything in the world. Everything. Whatever is meaningful comes out of creativity. And creativity only comes when your soul is free. When you are able to be in the now, when you are able to see yourself in the mirror. And don't be ashamed of yourself because you sold yourself off for bucks, for some money, for security, for safety, for control. And that's where I am. Thanks to you. This is the longest video, even I tried to make it short. I love you, son. Take care of yourself. It's midnight, well past midnight, and I still need to meditate. So I love you so much, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I love you with all my heart. Take care, buddy. Kisses.